सेव किया था ना?
मैं सिर्फ इसलिए गया था क्योंकि उसने मुझे कॉल किया, that's it. But listen तो.
Save it for someone else.
जिंदगी में सेव करना जरूरी है, मगर जब बात पैसों की हो, सिर्फ सेविंग से काम नहीं चलेगा। इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए और अपने सेविंग्स को आगे बढ़ने का मौका दीजिए।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
खुद किया तुमने अपनी दीवारों में सुराख, अब कोई झांक रहा है तो शिकायत कैसे? Let me translate it. You made holes in your walls. Now if someone is peeping through, why should you complain? Just to make it more effective, let me repeat it in Hindi. खुद किया तुमने अपनी दीवारों में सुराख, अब कोई झांक रहा है तो शिकायत कैसे? No, it's not from me, although I do love Shero Saidi. This is Ghulam Nabi Azad writing in his recently released autobiography, Azad. Through this couplet, the former Congress veteran is trying to summarize the predicament of the Congress, whose high command, as he says, marginalized and cut to size its own popular state leaders and supported weak leadership, leading to the party's eventual destruction in the states. And then Azad has given examples of such steps taken by the high command in different states where the Congress ceased to exist after a point of time because of these decisions. In UP, for instance, he says, Indira Gandhi sacked Chief Minister Hemwati Nandan Bahuguna in 1975 and Rajiv Gandhi replaced Chief Minister Veer Bahadur Singh in 1988. On both occasions, it was Narendra Tiwari who replaced him. So if in 1975, Hemwati Nandan Bahuguna's sacking in fact started the process of the Congress's self-destruction, Veer Bahadur Singh's replacement in 88 was the final nail on the coffin, you'd say. I may say, in fact. In Bihar, Indira sacked Chief Minister Jagannath Mishra in 1983. You remember what had happened? Mishra, in fact, in the State Assembly, he had criticized Indira Gandhi's mining policy. And for a long time, he kept speaking against that mining policy. A fortnight later, Indira called him and gave him the marching orders. That was 1983. Sonia Gandhi removed J.V. Patnaik as Odisha Chief Minister in 1999. Rahul Gandhi overturned Sonia Gandhi's decision to replace Tarun Gogoi with Himanta Biswa Sharma in 2014. So what the account Ghulam Nabi Azad has given is, that in 2014 when Sharma had resigned from Tarun Gogoi cabinet and launched a rebellion against him with his camp followers, Azad had in fact called all of these people to Delhi. Himanta Biswa Sharma came with over 43, 44 MLAs to Delhi and showed that he had a majority. Then Azad had invited Tarun Gogoi to come to Delhi and show his strength. Well, barely 7 or 10 MLAs came to Delhi. So it was very clear that Himanta Biswa Sharma had a majority. So Azad went to Sonia Gandhi and said that, well, Himanta Biswa Sharma has a majority and he must replace Tarun Gogoi. Sonia said, fine, go ahead. So next morning, before Azad was to basically go to Guwahati to announce all this, he is called by Rahul Gandhi. And Rahul Gandhi was then sitting with Tarun Gogoi and his son. And then Rahul Gandhi asked Azad not to go. When Azad said he had a majority and if the Congress does not install him as the Chief Minister, Himanta Biswa Sharma might quit the party. Then Rahul Gandhi tells him, let him go. Quite nonchalantly. And the rest is history. Very next year, Himanta Biswa Sharma went on to join the BJP. Let me come back to Azad's book. So after this Assam example, he talks about how former Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh quit the party after being insulted and ousted barely 4 months before the election. The Congress seems to be drilling a similar surak or hole in Rajasthan now. On Sunday, Sachin Pilot announced that he would hold a day-long fast on Tuesday to protest the Ashok Gehlot government's inaction on corruption charges against the previous Vasundhara Raje-led government. The Congress High Command has, however, signalled its reluctance to go for a change of guard barely 8 months ahead of the assembly election. In a statement on Sunday evening, AICC General Secretary in charge of Communications, Jairam Ramesh, praised the Gehlot government for implementing several schemes and taking initiatives that, what his statement said, that impacted the people profoundly. And then the statement goes, the Congress will seek a renewed mandate from the people on the strength of these landmark achievements, mind you, these landmark achievements and the collective efforts of our organization. That was Jairam Ramesh's statement, although he did not make any reference to Pilot's announcement. Jairam Ramesh's statement could not have been clearer. The Congress is preparing to go into elections with the Gehlot government's achievements, quote unquote, as its central plank. And the party wants Pilot to pipe down and put in collective efforts, basically work with Gehlot. That was the message from Jairam Ramesh's statement. The BJP may be a divided house in the desert state, but the infighting in the ruling party is likely to only add to anti-incumbency and probably lead to its undoing if it continues. The state's voters have, or Rajasthan voters have changed governments every 5 years since 1998. The Congress High Command therefore seems to be wary of repeating the Punjab experiment, where it backed maverick cricketer turned politician Navjot Singh Sidhu, who along with his camp followers kept sniping at Amrinder Singh day after day. Singh was finally ousted and the Congress ended up decimated in the assembly election in March last year. Unlike Sidhu, Sachin Pilot has many sympathizers in the party today. They believe that Pilot got a raw deal in 2018 when he was denied the chief ministership, even after doing all the hard work as a state Congress president for 5 years. Again, let me quote a few things from Azad's book, because I was reading his book this weekend, and so I remember a lot of things. So when you're talking about how, Harish Rawat, who was the PCC president of Uttarakhand, he was denied chief ministership. So in his book, Azad writes that, in the run-up to the elections, Narendra Tiwari did not cooperate at all. He hardly campaigned. He went there just for one meeting, and it was Rawat who led the entire campaign. And so after the elections, Azad came to Sonia Gandhi and said, Tiwari was rather an impediment, and it was Harish Rawat who did all the work, and so Harish Rawat should be made the chief minister. Sonia Gandhi did not object, but said, okay, go and meet Tiwari and take him into confidence. So late in the evening, Azad goes to Tiwari's place and tells him that this is what we have decided. Tiwari did not say anything. Next morning, Sonia Gandhi calls Azad to her house and says that Tiwari had come to meet me and he wants to be the chief minister. Azad protested that he had done nothing in the election. But Sonia said, well, decision has been taken, Tiwari will be the chief minister. And then, but Harish Rawat, of course, 5 years later, in fact 10 years later, he became the chief minister. So anyway, we are talking about the changes in states, the way the Congress High Command went about these things. And we are talking about it in the context of Rajasthan now, what's happening in Rajasthan. So we are talking about this 2018, when Sachin Gehlot, who had worked from 2014 onwards as PCC chief, when the Congress won, Gehlot was denied chief ministership and Ashok Gehlot was brought in the chief minister. Subsequent months and years have witnessed an intense battle of what you may call one-upmanship and brinkmanship between him and Gehlot. Both have had their share of strategic blunders. So in 2020, for example, Pilot launched a month-long rebellion against Gehlot, you may remember, and brought his government virtually on the edge of the precipice. The Gandhis persuaded Pilot to relent with the promise to install him as the chief minister later. The young leader did lose a bit of sheen though, because Gehlot called him a gaddar or traitor who tried to destabilize the Congress-led government to help the BJP. To be fair to Pilot, no evidence of his complicity with the BJP has emerged so far. If Gehlot took a moral high ground after Pilot's rebellion, he also fell from favor after he stalled the High Command's attempt to transfer power to Pilot in September last year, you may remember. Pilot's announcement of fast on Sunday now marks the escalation of this war. But unlike in Punjab, the Gandhis seem to be reluctant to oust the incumbent to install the challenger, that is Pilot. Ashok Gehlot, who let go of the coveted post of the National Congress president to retain his chief ministerial chair, is unlikely to go down quietly if the Gandhis try to remove him. After drawing a lot of flack for the Punjab fiasco, the Gandhis are diffident. Another evidence of their diffidence is coming from Madhya Pradesh, where the Kamalnath-led state unit has virtually declared him the party chief ministerial candidate for the November-December election. The Gandhis have chosen to look the other way. In older days, Madhya Pradesh Congress's move would have been taken as defiance of the High Command. But today, the Gandhis are not saying anything. The Gandhis had deployed election strategist Sunil Kanugoli. He was in Jaipur, he was looking at what was happening in Rajasthan, he was trying to help the party. Kanugolu has returned to Delhi now. Now, party insiders tell me that, there were internal surveys in Rajasthan which showed that in the current scenario, the Congress could win just 55 seats in the 200-member assembly. Kanugoli was said to be in favor of a change of guard. He wanted Gehlot to be replaced by Pilot. Insiders are telling me. But as it is, Gehlot has ensured his exit from Rajasthan. Pilot is a sharp politician. He would know about the Gandhis' diffidence much before others. Why to escalate the matter against Gehlot then? What is Pilot up to? He certainly would not expect the Gandhis to go for a big change in Rajasthan, barely 4 weeks before the Karnataka election. So is Pilot building pressure on the High Command to take a call on Rajasthan right after the Karnataka election results are out? That is on the 13th of May. It's easier hoped than achieved. For a moment, let's forget about Sunday's AICC statement, which seemed to favor Gehlot's continuance. Maybe we are reading too much between the lines. Hypothetically, if the Gandhis decide to remove Gehlot and install Pilot as CM, say in mid-May, Pilot will have less than 6 months to prove his mettle. He would then find himself in a situation like Charanjit Singh Channi, who replaced Amrinder Singh as Punjab CM and got just about 5 months to prove himself amid turmoil in his party. Channi failed miserably and went into political oblivion. In the said hypothetical situation, the Congress High Command would also have to count on Gehlot's loyalty and hope that he would not queer the pitch for the party in the November-December assembly election. And we are talking about the hypothetical situation where the High Command decides to go for a change of guard. But mind you, it's hypothetical. And that's why I'm just repeating that in that case, they'll really have to bank on Gehlot's loyalty and hope that he does not, revolt. But that would be the height of optimism. Besides, would Pilot even want to be in a Channi-like situation, which would have a big bearing on his political future? As it is, Ashok Gehlot seems to be in full control. And this has left Pilot in a catch-22 situation. If he does not push for a change of guard, an uncertain future awaits him. Suppose the Congress retains power in the 2023 election. Gehlot will claim victory of his governance model and rule the roost, leaving Pilot to nurse his wounds on the sidelines. If the Congress loses the election, Gehlot will blame it all on internal rebellion, spearheaded by Pilot. So, Pilot has a long way to go in politics, but the prospects of 5 years in the opposition, with little hope of the party coming to power at the center anytime soon, 5 years in the opposition are daunting for any ambitious politician. That explains Sachin Pilot's latest move to escalate his attack on Gehlot. Silence is no option for him. He may very well be in the CM's chair for 6 months and make it count, or so he may think. But odds are stacked against him. Of course, Jairam Ramesh's statement on Sunday reflected the Gandhi's line of thinking. Pilot would have sensed it long back that the High Command was not ready to replace Ashok Gehlot. If he's still sniping at Gehlot, Sachin Pilot must have a plan B that we don't know of. Meanwhile, when you talk to Ghulam Nabi Azad's former colleagues who are still in the Congress, you find many of them in a different predicament. Something captured in another couplet from Kashinath Singh's brilliant satire, Kashi Ka Assi. And the couplet goes like, कांग्रेस का हुक्का तो कब का बुझ चुका, एक हम हैं कि गुड़गुड़ाए जा रहे हैं. Congress's hookah got extinguished long time back, and here we are trying to blow it. Mind you, I am not saying this. This is coming from a Congress leader who has been upset with the party leadership. He shared it with me and I decided to share it with you. That's all from me in this episode of Politically Correct. But before I wind up, let me make an appeal to you. At The Print, we believe in non-hyphenated journalism, fair journalism. To encourage us and support our work, I request you to please opt in for a paid subscription. You'll be able to see the process in the link in the description of this video.